dig in. I'll start, Lacey.
Sure. So what we want to go over tonight is just a little bit to sort of equip you. We want you to be able to think for yourselves, also have a good answer for when people ask you about other, ask you, you know, the first thing we always hear is, oh, this is just like paleo. No, it's not. And then also, when you guys are out on your own, we want you to be able to understand completely other than just, well, we have to do it this way because that's what Lacey and Milani said to do, you know? So we have just some things that compare like paleo and low carb. Those are pretty popular right now. And so, you know, we want you guys to be able to defend what you're doing and to understand why it is the answer, I mean, versus all these other fads and everything that's out there. So, really, the American Diet Standard pushed the American public to obesity and subsequent illness. Everything that they have, you know, this industry has raised up as far as gimmicks and fads and all of that has really wrecked people's metabolisms. Right. So we just want you guys to stay the course. You know, put your blinders on because there's stuff zooming by all the time. You know, quick fixes and whatever, anything you can think of. So with paleo,
and this is a mile-high view.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. We won't get into details, but just
right.
so you can kind of understand the basics of the differences. So paleo's focus is really on eating whole foods and cutting sugars. Sound familiar? So that's fine, but they miss the blood sugar stabilization part of it. People who like the idea of the paleo lifestyle usually have a pretty okay time of transferring their lifestyle to the PFC every 3, because we do focus on whole foods, cutting sugar, you know, all that kind of thing. So paleo, the plan assumes you'll be eating 3 meals and a snack every day. It's fine to skip the snack or even one of the meals and just eat larger amounts at the other 2 meals. It's also fine to add more food if you're hungry. So they really kind of don't have much guidelines other than.
So right there, what do you notice off the top? What hits you off of that? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Who said it? What?
3 hours.
Yes. Yes. And what was the other big one?
Skipping.
That too. Yes.
Skipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Skipping.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's no stabilization whatsoever there.
Definitely missing a big piece.
Big part of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So these are a couple other highlights. A paleo diet should be high in fat, moderate in animal protein, and low to moderate in carbohydrates. Calorie counting is not encouraged, and neither is portion control.
So when we looked it up, they're like, basically you could gorge yourself on bacon. Like, who would want to do
or
that?
skip 3 meals, or, you know, right, just whatever. So be happy we have things the other way. It makes it a lot easier, I think.
Yeah.
And then eat when you're hungry. Don't stress if you skip a meal or even 2. You don't have to eat 3 square meals a day. Do what feels most natural. Well, at this point, that's why we've gotten to the point that we're in, because what is natural anymore? So
another big one is everything in moderation. Well, after my surgery, I lived that lifestyle. Everything, well, both surgeries, I lived that lifestyle, everything in moderation. So to me, that meant a little bit of Cheetos, little bites of cupcakes. That's moderation.
And so that is also the whole in Weight Watchers.
Yes.
Points, you could do, your points could be carrots and peanut butter and chicken breasts all day, or it could be pizza and applesauce. I mean, it doesn't work. There's no stabilizing of anything with those. So
yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you want to take the Atkins?
Oh, how many of you guys have done Atkins diet? Yeah. Successful?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so that just speaks to the heart of all diets will work. They really will. But what is the difference between this and just a diet? It is the permanent permanency, is that a word?
And you think of all the stuff you put in your body, the sausages and the bacon and.
I started feeling greasy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure, yeah.
the cheese and the egg.
Such a good feeling.
That's just hot.
Sizzle at the
Been there,
pool.
it's okay.
Okay, so that is a very low carbohydrate. It's known as a ketogenic diet. Atkins, and a lot of people have been on them. It's just crazy. Proponents of this diet claim that you can lose weight eating as much protein and fat as you want, as long as you avoid foods high in carbs. Now here's the danger. There could be long-term health issues as your body is chronically carbohydrate depleted over extended periods of time. Your liver is exposed to extra stress as it is forced to assist with manufacturing glucose. Now, it's the balance. Remember, our body fights hard to keep us in balance. If we don't help it, it's going to for us. So it's manufacturing glucose from fats and proteins. Potentially toxic amounts of ammonia are produced as proteins are converted into glucose. It needs some sort of energy. It's looking. Your body has more difficult time producing mucus, and the immune system becomes impaired as risk of pathogenic infection increases, and your body loses the ability to produce compounds called glycoproteins, which are vital to cellular functions.
So your cells start to die.
Just break down. It's searching for a balance. It really is. We have a client on here that she rocked this Atkins diet and then went into kidney failure and was on dialysis.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right there, in a lump sum.
So in essence, carbohydrates are what fuel our body. So if you start to restrict that and you're not giving your body that fuel, it starts to go, okay, I have to bump down how I'm running. You know, that slows that metabolism down. It gets used to running on very little fuel. And so then what happens when you start pumping more carbs and fats and stuff in while your metabolism is still down here? It stays down here and doesn't burn any of that extra. So you've just wrecked your metabolic rate. And that's when you gain back plus extra.
Right. So although you can lose weight on these nutritionally unsound diets, you do so at the risk of your health and even your life. So just keep rocking the BMCs. You want to talk about weight loss?
Yeah.
Okay.
So weight, you know, the thing that's attractive about PFCs every 3 is the fact that we're not losing weight, we're losing fat. Because when you think about it, losing weight can be muscle, water, fat, I mean, it could be anything. But we know that when we stabilize our blood sugar, we're burning that fat. Because what happens is that stored fat releases into the bloodstream, goes to the muscle. When you work that muscle, it burns it out as energy. So we know that's what we're burning. We're not ever in danger of burning muscle or important body tissue.
Right.
So when you talk about losing weight versus losing fat, with losing weight, a lot of times it's decreased fitness, decreased strength, poor performance, early aging, and reduced immunity. But you don't realize it till later. It catches up with you. So on the flip side, fat loss with correct nutrition and training, that stored body fat is burned off, improved fitness, greater strength, peak performance, delayed aging, and reduced risk of disease. So just win-win all around by doing it the right way.
Because you can notice that by the gastric bypass people. You know, they'll lose it really, really fast, but they look unhealthy. Their hair is falling out. The skin just doesn't look like a healthy glow. It's a quick fix. But okay, yeah, you've lost weight, but you're not healthy at all. And that's why most of them regain weight
And then some.
and then some.
Yeah.
You know, I think right now we have about, not even including me, 15 gastric bypass clients. What does that tell you? You know? Absolutely.
It's not the answer.
You want to go see if, do you guys have any questions on live stream? Go ahead and pop them in the comments. Sarah's coming to read them. So, What is the answer? Well, we already know what the answer is. PFCs every 3, blood sugar stabilization. What's the number one difference maker in burning fat and permanently losing weight? Well, it's the balance of blood sugar. Eating in 3s. You see, anyone can lose weight. That's the easy part. The difficulty is actually keeping off the weight and reprogramming your metabolism from all the damage that we have done, all the yo-yo dieting. Using food to create hormonal balance rather than to lose weight. That is the key. And we keep saying all the time, you guys have come to us to lose weight, but what you really have come to us is to balance those hormones, which is happening, you know. Eating in 3s, balance your blood sugar, protects your muscles, and triggers your body to constantly release stored fat. Eating protein positively affects your blood sugar hormone, glucagon, which raises your blood sugar. Eating carbs affects your blood sugar hormone, insulin, that lowers your blood sugar. Eating fat slows down the rate of digestion by inhibiting the release of HCl, your stomach acids. It also makes you feel full a little longer, which is a nice side effect. The combination of 3 nutrients in the right portion sizes and intervals keeps your blood sugar balanced. Any questions?
No questions. Come on with your questions, please. Andrea Young said, love this. Thanks, Nan, Lacey, and Sarah. Great idea to let us watch the meetings. This is not a diet, but a new lifestyle to live by, and it is awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome, and she has just done fabulous.
She's rocking it, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fat.
So, this is our food pyramid, released by the USDA. They, what do you see wrong with it?
Yeah.
A lot of carbs.
That is a lot of carbs.
A lot of complex carbs is what they're calling our foundation of 6 to 11 servings.
I mean, it's no surprise we're off fat. I mean, seriously.
Do they still teach this though, or is it the My
They just
Portion?
released a new one
But it's not much
a couple
different.
months ago.
It's
Yeah.
still heavy on,
It's the same.
yeah.
So, some people say there's a conspiracy theory with the government and laugh, but
Yeah, it's
the
true.
more I am exposed to all
Yes.
this, I mean, it just seems crazy. This is what's making us fat and sick. And then we turn to drugs, medicines, and surgeries.
Yeah.
So, it's really sad. So then, this is, I think, this is what they say we should live by. I think this is sadly what most people probably do live by. You know, some meats and some fast food. I got that covered. Got some granola bars thrown in there. That was good for me. You know, some grains and
2 to 4 servings.
got a little bit of
Snickers.
yogurt. Dairy. Don't start me on dairy. Couple sips of Powerade. That must be good for me. Some vitamins and stuff in there. So
Well, athletes drink it.
it must be good. It must be good.
Yes.
So the biggest thing you guys can do for yourselves is to completely educate yourselves. Because what is coming from our government and years ago what we thought was what we should be doing is now not really.
Because doing that, you look back at the food pyramid, like back in the 1950s. I mean, it's sad. It is so sad. But it's a progression to processed foods. You know, and
Mass
it's-
production.
mass production is a killer. It is such a killer, and they're so good, but they're so bad for us. you
The
know.
whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead.
That's right. Remember that. Yes, I stay away from all rice, pasta, white bread, all that. And fat facts.
Oh, yeah.
So brown rice,
Brown rice is okay.
Yeah.
That's allowed in Ignite.
Yeah,
And
I've seen that. And what about like your, like the pastas that are like whole grain or those, you know, those other ones? Smart.
They're probably wheat and that.
Well, if you
have
can,
to look at the
if you can
label.
find pasta that's made out of like lentils
we
or,
just bought some
you know,
tonight.
black beans or chickpeas, those are okay. But really, you know, the more stuff is, the further you're getting away from whole foods, which is, you know, like my doctor said, think about a caveman. Was he walking around eating, you know, a bowl of noodles, or,
Right.
you know, if you can hold it in your hand and eat it, you know,
Right.
because the further we get away from that, it's always more processed, it's always, you know, our bodies can't break that stuff down, and so then what happens with anything that our bodies cannot break down, it's treated as a toxin, and the toxins are stored. And so, sits in your fat, and, you know, if it is processed, those toxins will sit and leach out in your body over time. So, you guys are getting closer and closer to always just being able to make the best choices of what's out there. So then we're always aiming for essentially building more muscle. A lot of people have a hard time kind of switching that on in their brain because they're like, I gotta lose weight, I gotta lose weight. Well, here's the thing, every pound of fat stores 3,500 calories. So, like I said before, fat is released when you stabilize that blood sugar. Fat's released into the bloodstream, drops into the muscle, because the muscle's going to absorb that fat, and then it burns it off when it's used. So, muscle will do more for your overall metabolism. That's why we say strength training, all of that is so important, because we're having that muscle take over and boot that fat out of your body. Fat looks way worse than a swimsuit or a pair of capris or jeans or a low black dress than that muscle does. Muscle's got that sexy contour. Fat does not have that. So let's build that muscle.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, let's build that muscle and let it work for you. You know, put the time in to build that muscle, and it'll surely pay off. While you're sleeping, it pays off. So
while you were talking, I just popped in my mind all these 21-day challenges that people are getting on and just rocking. You should feel sorry for those people, you know, because really, once they get off on the 22nd day,
They're gonna hit that wall.
they're gonna hit that wall, and for 21 days, they've done damage, you know, and then it's just another peg in their diet coffin, you know, really, it is so damaging. So, we've decided that we always want to talk about mindset, because 8 weeks, we have 8 weeks with you guys, and this isn't, a lot of people, think that they need to get all their weight off in the 8 weeks. Oh my gosh. This is just like a launching pad for you guys, just to get in and learn, and, you know, I'm still getting mine off, and it's okay, but in 8 weeks, I learned how to really do this the right way. So I don't think we can ever say enough about mindset. It can't be about the scale. It just can't, because there is going to come a time when that scale does not move, or it bumps back up, and you just can't fall apart. You just can't. You're going to hit plateaus, and that has to be okay. Your body can't lose all the time. You know, it needs to figure out what is going on. We are constantly trying to reprogram our genetic set point for our metabolism. So give your body a chance to catch up with what's going on, and it will respond, I promise you. And you'll see it in the scale. And if you don't, you're going to see it in your pants, your bra, your shirt, your everything.
we'll stop getting on the scale every day.
Yes,
I know.
that's great.
Once a week when I come.
That's great.
That's good.
I do the morning before I come to see if it's the same.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do if it's not, Shirley? Not gonna come to the meeting?
And your ideal weight is first thing in the morning, go to the bathroom, and then weigh naked. That is your perfect ideal weight.
So we're catching you way
Yeah,
at the other
and
end of
we
that.
know it is, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter, because it's consistent, you know, it's consistent. And as women, you know, we fluctuate during the month anyway
Oh, yeah.
with hormones.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna do the everyday thing, golly, you're gonna be insane. You know, don't be chained to that scale, just don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got caught up in it too, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I can't live like this. This is crazy.
So, no, Lonnie, I just,
Yes.
okay, so we waited Wednesday night and it was Friday. I stepped on the scale in my office and I had put a rug down in my office and I didn't think,
Oh, yeah. That was
oh my gosh, I've lost 12 pounds. Okay,
Okay,
I know I've been on the plan, but nothing happened. No way, I stepped on it again, I'm like, where's 12 pounds? And then I realized I was on the rug and not the floor.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it takes you guys 16 weeks, 20 weeks to get this.
A year, it
A
doesn't
year.
matter.
It is worth
We're not
the
going
fight.
anywhere,
Yeah.
you
It
know.
is worth the fight. And you gotta fight hard to save your own lives.
Hi Liz, hi Jackie.
You know what, I was on like hormones, I had this thing, I said hormones, so the one, I started my diet, and on the one day I forgot to take my pill, I thought, wasn't really having any hot flashes, so I thought, I'll just let it go, and I really don't have any, I mean, I might have one or two, you know, just like where I get warm.
Lord.
I
hope that happens for me.
I just thought, well, I'll probably regret not taking them, but I've been fine, I mean, I have less now than when I was on them.
Well, you get a
I
big
wanna
old
have
praise
those.
job.
Less what?
Yeah.
Hot
I
flashes.
know, I
Who
thought
wants
it
to
was
have those?
crazy and, you know,
I'm so hot now. I don't know that I'll take it. I'm serious. I'm hot all the time.
Yeah?
Very hard.
Well, I'm sure it's because I'm thick,
I
but
bet if you, yeah, I bet.
holy moly.
Cause you'll be cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I was like,
Wonderful.
That is wonderful. Is there a question back there?
There isn't. No questions. Just a lot of ladies on. Hello, everybody.
Yay.
Jackie McGrail and Elizabeth are on. I said hi to
I
them
just
earlier.
love technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions? Anybody?
Got that
Anything?
brand new mini iPad.
Hey, ask a question.
At the pawn shop. Brand new in the box. All
Where
that.
the new pawn stuff?
Yeah. I'm like total score. Yeah, we'll be live streaming like crazy on this pawn shop iPad mini. Any other questions? So let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Please don't send any more attachments. for food journals. I want everybody to turn to the right and repeat after me.
Tell your neighbor.
Tell your neighbor.
Repeat after me. We love our coaches. I will start a fresh email. So I don't drive the coaches insane. Oh my gosh, please, please.
Okay, so Jackie has a question.
Yes.
She says, so what are some of the recipes that people tried in Detox Week 2? Anyone?
Week 2.
Week 2. It doesn't matter. Week 1 or Week 2. What recipes
Yeah.
did you guys use in Detox?
Meatballs. Oh yeah, those are.
The banana egg white pancakes.
Pancakes and the muffins.
And the muffins and the meatballs.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
I did the zucchini spaghetti. Yeah.
Zucchini spaghetti.
That's another good point, you guys. Please, if you are sick of eggs, move on. Pick another protein. Move on.
Yeah.
Don't get
Please
stuck on that.
share what you're eating.
Right,
You
people
know,
wanna know.
Yeah.
We get stuck in a rut. We need a little
Yeah,
did you-
inspiration.
And what we gave you was an example. I had a gal that was like, I can't eat any more boiled eggs. He said boiled eggs. I'm like,
But I never ended up
scrambled,
putting that or
fried,
anything,
whatever.
or
It's
not,
an
and
egg.
it turned out okay.
You know, you don't have to have boiled eggs.
wow.
If you're sick of eggs, move on.
We used to send a sample,
Oh, yeah, we
like
used that.
a sample day,
They're really good, but I.
and people thought that was all
That was
they
all.
could have.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, oh, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, it's just
That- So, yeah. Anything you guys
Yeah.
struggling with or want to celebrate? We love to
Yeah,
celebrate
anything.
everything
Like-
with you guys.
We have to celebrate every victory, or, you know, don't wait till 20 pounds or whatever. If you're sleeping better, energy, anything.
I think we had a voicemail.
Oh, I know. Want to share that, somebody?
Well, there's a certain someone who kicked this habit of an entire pot of coffee plus all day long, and she's feeling great. So, good job. You guys are fighting some.
And Pam Jones survived detox. You're so funny, made me laugh. I survived day 3.
I love it. I love it. Those are the things that you know. There's a lot of people in that group that are quiet and don't say anything.
Yeah.
So when you get on and you post something like that might sound silly to yourself or to somebody else, there's
It's
people
not.
watching that have been struggling for weeks.
Right.
And when they see that, you know, they realize it's not just me that struggle through those days. So feel free to, anytime you feel good about something, slap it in there. We love to see that. And if you don't get any comments or likes, who cares? Who cares?
So, I wanna celebrate that I finally found a dressing I like. I can't stand balsamic vinegar, I think it's gross and disgusting, I've tried everything you guys have told me about it. I tried the avocado dressing, and I loved it.
Yay.
It was something that I could actually.
Kind of creamy. You made it creamy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And it still got a good flavor to it.
Good.
But it worked a lot better for me
Good.
than the others, cause she's like, oh, I love that, you can have my bottle, I can't stand it.
Yeah. Well, good.
I'm
glad.
I
glad.
do the white sauce.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, yeah, I'm not a real big vinegar fan either, so.
So we can use balsamic vinegar, what about red wine vinegar?
I do.
Yeah, you can use
You
it.
bet. Yeah.
Mhm.
And even before the recipes and stuff, I was just dumping them together, putting in some Mrs. Dash and making my own. But now we've got fancy recipes. Fancy, but yeah, they are good.
Well, my mom had one where she used coconut oil, which, has got that thick, creamy consistency with poppy seeds. She said it was really good.
Well, send it on over, we'll look at it. So anything else?
Who was it? Oh, it was Susan Becca. Posted something on it. Was it avocado mayo?
Maybe.
Oh,
Do you know that? No.
Was it on her page or in the group?
It was in the group page, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
We got it too. What was it?
Avocado oil or avocado mayo?
Mayo.
Yeah, I looked at some last night, and it's okay. I mean, it's pretty clean. I certainly wouldn't eat it very often.
So that'd be like your fat, then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
So she bought it that way, or she made it?
No, it's,
Yeah, you can buy it.
yeah.
It's like avocado,
Yeah.
vinegar, and something else, I can't remember. But the gal that asked about it last night was like, I just wanna put some in my tuna once in a while, 'cause it's kinda dry.
Yeah. And that's
But,
okay.
and there again, just, remember, you guys know that's processed, so you're not gonna wanna eat it all the time.
Right.
Once in a while is okay.
Yeah.
Avocado's
To break up
good
the-
for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was on Friday.
Yeah, it could be. The more creative you get with this, the better, which I'm not creative and I'm not food brave. And I just find what I like and go with it. I think I eat an omelet every day.
I'm afraid to touch this.
I could
Okay.
Yeah, mine didn't start out good. They sure are good now.
Okay, so Andrea Young says, hey, I'm still doing basically the detox foods with the meats from Ignite. I feel better without the gluten. I've used brown rice, oatmeal, sweet potatoes, and chickpeas. Besides that, I stay with protein, a veg, or fruit and a fat. Is this okay? Or do I need to expand my food choices? I am not getting bored with the food I'm eating.
Well, then
Well, you don't do
run
it.
with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Get
awesome.
some exercise in
Yep.
there with those complex carbs, and that's
You're good to
perfect.
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come in so we can get an after photo of you,
Yeah.
Andrea. Please. Yeah. No, we still do a lot of basic detox foods. And when we say, detox, it's not the prime, it's not the cleansing agents, it's just the food. Because they're just good on your system, they're clean. And I see more weight loss with those.
And once you get through the first initial detox when you're getting rid of everything and you guys are like ready to barf on egg whites? I know you are.
Oh my
Because
gosh,
I
I
was
totally
the same
gagged
way.
this morning.
And now, literally, that's all I do. I like boil eggs, boil eggs, boil eggs. And,
Yeah.
and I never thought, I'm like, if I ever see one more egg white, I couldn't wait to eat a yolk.
Right.
And now I'm like, that's whatever. So your taste buds will change, for sure.
Absolutely. And you're thinking, I told them, I don't know, maybe back in January, you will think about food differently, meaning I was driving down the road with my boiled egg and the yolk like bobbled out and landed on my lap and I was like, oh my fats. I was like, oh my egg. Oh my fats.
My 6-year-old was eating eggs for breakfast. Oh, I see you got your protein and your fat, Mama. Thank
Yeah. Once you learn this stuff, I mean, there's
It's your
no going
life.
back.
Like, that's what you do.
That's what you do.
And your kids will be like, should you have that? That's not a protein, fat, or a carb. So, like, you have, like, little police officers around you all the time.
Yeah.
Will you
Absolutely.
send out the Ignite?
Oh, yeah. Did you not get one?
Not yet. I'm finishing my second.
Oh, okay. So you had to set it. Yeah, I was like, oh, I thought I covered everybody.
Yeah, you just gotta let us know.
When you're ready, yeah, post it
Yeah,
and then they'll send it.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
You guys are doing
Anything
good.
else?
You're coming to meetings, that's half the battle sometimes.
Yes.
Good or bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's huge accountability though, when you know you're gonna step on that scale.
Mhm.
In your past that you had no water,
Fit?
what, yeah, is that,
Oh, yeah, drink them up.
you can have whatever you.
Yep.
oh, okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
those are branched chain amino acids,
Mhm.
building blocks for proteins,
I can have that now.
which builds
Oh, yeah.
muscles.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Cause I need to order more of that vanilla Coke, cause they use it for baking all the time.
Isn't it?
I know.
I made
It's
the
amazing.
ice cream out of it.
See?
Oh,
Yes,
Oh,
isn't
I've
that
been
good?
dying to do that.
You'll have to try the, what is it, the baked
Yes.
apple pie? Yeah.
Yeah, the
that-
baked
Did you
apple
try
pie.
it?
Oh, I had that all
So
the time.
Oh, it's yummy, yeah.
With the vanilla fuse, you make ice cream out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you put it on your warm
Okay.
apples and cinnamon and pecan.
I know, right?
I do, because I agree with
That
you.
sounds really, really good.
Sarah, can we have Crystal Light? Crystal's super good.
You don't realize.
Have you tried it? Fit?
Where do you get that online?
Yeah, yeah.
It is
Did you
a
try it?
Today?
Good, good.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's either
Oh, that's okay. I just, what is it? You just put it in water?
It's hard. Nobody wants to be deprived of good food. You'll never make it if it's all bland and
Right.
Some people don't.
Yeah,
never make it.
season your food, get some good seasonings, you guys, so this doesn't just taste like icky, bland diet food. You know, watch the sodium intake. I know we've talked a ton about seasonings, but they're in the group. We'll bump them.
fire up the grill.
Yes,
So
it's
good
real
now.
good.
The grill going.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's also rhubarb season, and rhubarb takes a lot of sugar.
yeah.
But I found a recipe last night for us, and it was from Hy-Vee, where it's a cup of rhubarb and a half an apple, and then it's got like a teaspoon of tapioca and cinnamon and stuff. And of course, then you can put the oatmeal, brown sugar, the topping on it. But you could do it with just out. But it does take 3 tablespoons of sugar in that, so I used half of the stevia.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And I think I could use all the stevia because it says
Yeah,
it's
you
supposed to
could,
keep
yeah.
it more moist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you got that much fruit that's already moist.
Yeah.
You happen to have any rhubarb at your house?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then it had pecans. It had chopped pecans in it.
Yum. Tracy Gall makes a killer.
I
That's why
found
I'm
it
asking.
in a Hy-Vee low
Chocolate
sugar
powder.
rhubarb recipes.
Yes.
That's what I looked at on
Bars
Google.
that you just, it'd be hard to stop.
She took the chocolate zucchini muffin recipe and just made it into bars and used rhubarb instead of the zucchini.
In a
Ooh.
pan.
Oh, now that I'd like to try.
Yeah.
So you'll get to try that
Seriously
Friday night if you
yummy.
come to my wine and wrinkle party, because we're making that, so,
Yes.
Yeah.
yay.
So,
Everyone's invited.
That takes the chocolate.
Friday night.
What is that, doesn't it?
It was.
It takes the vanilla,
Oh, it does say
and
vanilla?
then you add cocoa powder.
No.
So is that just same as cocoa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah, do you need rhubarb?
Yeah, for the Christmas. Are you
How
gonna
much do you need? Fine town every day.
that's your, may have,
I know how much.
2 cups, 4 cups?
Probably 2. Well, look, I'll look on that recipe when I get my phone, and I'll look and see what it is.
And I'll post that one that I found, the Hy-Vee thing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. If it's not raining tomorrow morning, I'll get some for you.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need it.
Oh, okay.
So it's fresh.
well, please, that's a place.
Thanks for tuning in. This will stay up in the group so you can replay anytime. Bye.